Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. And thank you for the kind introduction and the research you did on me as well, Hazel, and J. Paul for putting on this great event. I'm so glad you recognised every member of council, the minister, the chair, the mayors, the councillors and other dignitaries, including our MP and MPPs. I've only got 15 minutes. If I had to go round you all, then that would have been the time up. I do also want, and for anybody who hasn't worked with a politician, it's a tough gig. It's a tough gig, and we work hard to give you the information you need to make the decisions, and we appreciate how difficult that can be at times, but it's an honour. So with that, I'd like to recognise also my colleagues from Brampton who are here, and from Caledon, and I think from Mississauga, and we all work together to try and make this region work as effectively as we can. So it has been an exciting, actually, where's my clicker? It's here. It has been an exciting time with the LRT, the new hospital groundbreaking and other things that J. Paul mentioned. And yet there's definitely some storm clouds around when we think of the state of the region. So today's another great opportunity to learn and to listen deeply to each other and do our best and move forward together at such a critical time for not just Peel, but Ontario and Canada. And you're going to hear lots of stats, so I'm going to join that. You may not realise, but 1 in 10 Ontarians live in Peel. 1 in 10 people live in Peel. That's why we're all so passionate about our community, because it's really important for Ontario and for Canada to keep Peel healthy from every perspective. So I will try and walk through what we do in the time I've been given. I do have my whole leadership team here, and you'll hear from Chair Yanika later, but maybe if my team could stand, please feel free to connect. You can stand. Go on. You can. Please feel free to connect with any of us in person or virtually. They are all super deeply experienced, award-winning, and they've led through multiple crises, all great skills that we need for today's environment. So let's get to it. There's only one word I think we're all thinking about today, and that's tariffs. We're living in a time where global events really feel more real and immediate than ever before. And in Peel, what happens in the world arrives here. And you'll hear from Pearson later on, in great part due to our location in this economic hub of Ontario. Peel moves 21% of all goods in the province. That's $1.8 billion of goods travel to, from, and through Peel every single day. Of course, Canada's largest airport is our gateway to the world, welcoming goods, immigrants, visitors, and asylum seekers every day. And that means that Peel is on the front lines of the global economy, and we are amongst the first to feel the ripples of such things as international conflicts and shifting migration patterns and the resulting impacts of those. So yes, US tariffs pose significant risks to the Peel economy. 39% of Peel's GDP is trade dependent. 39%. That brings with it higher risks of costs for food, housing and goods for our residents, risks of higher unemployment and a potential surge in demand for Ontario works as people seek more assistance, and also an increased financial strain on the Regional Appeals budget for costs that we maybe haven't considered as part of our 2025 budget. In 2024, we spent $2.4 billion in purchases, and again, the tariffs could have a significant impact on that. So what's Council doing? At our last Regional Council meeting, Peel Council passed a motion to adopt procurement strategies that prioritise Canadian and other non-US goods and services where feasible, only during the time that US tariffs are in effect, and also to update our procurement bylaw and align with the federal and provincial measures, all to leverage our purchasing power to support Canada's economy. It feels a bit like COVID. We're not quite sure what's going to be happening. and everybody's actually really working together, and the level of collaboration across municipalities with the province and with the feds is seamless, and it just feels as if there's an unknown, but we'll figure it out by keeping communicating with each other. And we'll continue to monitor and advocate for effective policies, work with our partners across all levels of government, and ensure that our local voice is heard on every stage. So stay tuned. Now, despite these challenges, looking ahead, Peel faces a massive population growth. In fact, over the next 15 years, our population will grow by around 400,000 to then be 2 million residents. And this is an opportunity to build a stronger, more prosperous region, one that works for businesses, families, and future generations at all stages of life. But of course, growth also brings pressures. Urban issues, housing affordability. Our programs and services and infrastructure demands require careful planning and bold action. We will also need to ensure that our most vulnerable in life receive the support that they need. Now, Peel's needed a wee bit of support in the last 5 years. We've faced 5 years really of crisis. 3 years of the pandemic response, a couple of years of intense scrutiny by the province, and Peel has really been studied like no other municipality, I would say, in the history of Canada. And with that review now concluding, while Council can still make service delivery changes, as a corporation, Peel has really risen to incredible heights, passed the efficiency and effectiveness tests, and emerged stronger. We are leading the way in service delivery, innovation, and our unwavering commitment to excellence. So let me tell you how I know that and what others are saying about us. Peel is a world-class, award-winning organisation. We've been recognised by Forbes on the list of Canada's best employers. We've received the Platinum Award from Excellence Canada for excellence in innovation and wellness. That's their highest award they can give, and we are the only municipality in Canada to be recognised as such. We regularly receive, like Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon, we receive multiple financial reporting awards and recognition, showcasing our financial transparency and strategic planning. Our procurement team is accredited and has received recognition for effective use of our dollars. And our services get awards every single month, whether it be for waste management, for years of impactful service in environmental stewardship, or for construction projects like Beauvais Drive's transformation at Mount Pleasant Village, right here in Brampton, which won the Project of the Year. And we achieved a AAA credit rating from Moody and S&P for almost 3 decades now, a clear testament to strong governance, careful planning, and fiscal resilience. And while the last couple of years have meant we haven't been able to go to the market as we were under a restructuring and the markets were effectively closed to us, following a global investors call held last week, the region is issuing $300 million in the debt capital markets in support of Peel and the local municipalities following a 2-year absence. And why is that important? The transaction was oversubscribed. So those of you in that field will understand the confidence in Peel from the investment market is soaring high. And aggregating our needs across the municipalities provides the scale required for efficient access to capital markets, resulting in a lower cost of borrowing for all municipalities. Indeed, we have emerged stronger. And Regional Council is focused on meaningful outcomes, and our approved 2025 budget allocated $6.2 billion to support our growing community while maintaining our fiscal discipline. And key investments include building pipes and roads to support new infrastructure and housing, $1.3 billion in 2025 alone. Our capital program for water wastewater is now recognized as the second largest in North America, behind only New York City. The Region Appeals capital program for water wastewater is the second largest in North America. Council has also been investing in our police and community safety wellbeing plan, and that's been co-designed with our partners from the community, including police, of course. We're rapidly deploying the $10 a day childcare program and other health and housing supports, such as investments in food security and funding for Black and Indigenous agencies. And we're ensuring our assets stay in a state of good repair while advancing new climate change technologies for over 17,000 Peel living residents that we provide housing for every single day. And while Council are making historic investments, we're advocating to build on the investments that the province and federal governments already deliver to us. And Minister, we're very grateful for every single penny that we get. And I want to acknowledge that, and maybe we don't do that enough. We get a lot, but there's a lot of demand in a high-growing municipality like Peel. And that's why now, with 4 years of stability with the government, we're hoping we can get round the table and really dissect that a bit more. But they've got difficult choices to make as well, and we appreciate that. For us, we've got some gaps in public health, seniors services and housing, and you may have heard of the Metamorphosis group who were active during the campaign, and I know they're here today also. So, 10 years ago, Peel Region, like your corporation, set a vision for the future with our 20-year strategic plan 10 years ago. 5 years of that we've been spent navigating significant challenges, as I mentioned earlier. But our vision and values have remained firm through those turbulent times. At Peel, our vision for Community for Life is a commitment to building a region where everyone belongs and can access the services they need at every stage of life. And we know that this takes real action. That's why we've remained steadfast in our values of care and support, collaboration, leadership, inclusion, and transparency, to ensure that they guide everything we do, from how we serve residents and businesses to how we support our workforce. And while some organisations are scaling back, we are pushing forward on our commitments to inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility. We're breaking down barriers and creating a more accessible Peel through the programmes that our community relies on, because we recognise our strength comes from and is focused on the people of Peel, our residents, our businesses, and our colleagues. If you have time, I would encourage you to take a look at that programme on peelregion.ca. There's some great videos there meeting some members of our community who use our services. Our strategic agenda, approved by Regional Council in October 2024, is our action plan. It's a booster shot for our 20-year plan to create a community for life. This agenda outlines 67 initiatives across 5 pillars, addressing immediate needs while paving the way for a brighter future. And again, you can read about it all online. I do want to share with you the 5 pillars of that plan, but in the interest of time, I will only go deep into the first 2. And there's that word, housing. The other word, tariffs and housing. Peel's focused on some of the most pressing social issues of our time. The housing and social impact pillar is about creating solutions that support people now and for years to come, whether that be supportive housing or market-based housing. Together, we're working with partners to tackle pressing issues, including delivering those pipes and infrastructure and roads needed to support more housing, taking action on the Peel Housing and Homelessness Plan, building a more supportive, inclusive community, and we opened 6 new projects last year, refreshing our community safety and wellbeing plan, launching our diversity, equity and inclusion strategy. We opened the award-winning Seniors Health and Wellness Village at Peel Manor, and at the same time, working with the city of Brampton, strategically opened up some adjacent lands for the creation of an additional affordable 198 units. We've accelerated housing efforts by increasing investments in water and wastewater infrastructure, and we got a nice grant from the province to help us along in this, including expanding the GE Booth plant, which is in the south of Mississauga in Councillor Daskell's ward, and it's our main plant that takes care of our wastewater and wastewater. That expansion alone is $130 million. It drives the capacity to service an additional 47,000 homes. And we did that because we were already doing work, we had great rates, and someone on Keely's team said, why don't we just do this as well? It wasn't in our 10-year plan. So good value for money, more capacity for homes, and just smart staff was helpful. And we have opened Spectrum Way facility, which is in Councillor Hart's ward in Mississauga. This is the largest facility of its type in Canada to house asylum claimants. And we've also developed a draft encampment policy framework. And both of these are working together to open up our local shelters to provide opportunity for local homelessness and bring new solutions. The sustainability pillar on the day where everyone saw gas coming down, the sustainability figure focuses on making Peel both environmentally and financially sustainable for the years ahead. In addition to the initiatives on the slide, we're also looking at new ways to process mixed waste. We're improving heating systems in our Peel living buildings. We've currently got 8 net zero facilities in design or under construction. We're working with N-Wave and Lakeview Village Partners, again down in Councillor Dasco's ward, to provide effluent from our water wastewater plant to power green energy to a community of around 16,000 units that's right beside it. And Peel is also amongst the first municipality globally to adopt the global standard for environmental, social, and governance data. So we're reducing emissions, we're ensuring long-term financial stability while continuing to deliver value for taxpayers. You can read more online about the other 3 pillars and how we're using proven business tools such as Lean Six Sigma to drive efficiencies and new solutions to achieve service excellence. And how we invest and support in our people, including, of course, the rise of the need for assistance in psychological and physical health. And we celebrate staff, which actually doesn't cost us any money because we can do things like that as well. And also how we are adopting a future-ready posture to adapt for emerging challenges, whether they're environmental, economic, or global in scale. So it's not really just a strategic agenda, it's our promise to the community, and it's our part to play in the community. It's a commitment to action results in a stronger future for Peel as it grows significantly. It unites more than 6,000 employees as one team, ensuring every outcome reflects our shared priorities. So big deal, right? What's in it for you? So what does it mean for business? At Peel Region, working with you isn't just a tagline. It's our commitment to supporting businesses, fostering a thriving economy, and strengthening our communities. We play a crucial role in ensuring the foundation for business success is strong by providing reliable, high-quality services such as safe drinking water and wastewater, such as public health programs to help keep workplaces and communities safe, such as paramedic services to provide rapid emergency response, and also, of course, raising funding for Peel Police and providing services to them in the back office. We also support businesses by supporting workforce and community well-being. We provide childcare subsidies, affordable housing programs, and social services that help workers stay engaged in the workforce. Our employment support services help job seekers gain skills and connect with employers. And we're focused on building an inclusive and welcoming Peel because diverse, thriving communities attract top talent and drive economic success. We support businesses by delivering infrastructure. Peel is growing rapidly, and we're planning for the future by investing in smart, climate-resilient infrastructure, working closely with all municipalities, businesses, and developers to ensure that Peel remains a competitive place to invest and operate. And we support business through advocacy and collaboration to and with other levels of government and businesses and the associations. Peel Region is committed to being a reliable partner. Everything we do helps reinforce a strong, resilient business community. We're advocating for Peel needs. We're working as part of this incredible province and peaceful country. So to you, I report the state of the region of Peel as having strong foundations, focused on what's important right now, co-designing new solutions with partners for future sustainability, and developing a community for life. We're here to work with you because when business thrives, Peel thrives. Thanks so much, and back over to J. Paul.